It is July the 17th, 2022. And as you see, I have moved my Mazda 3. There is no parking signs whatsoever on this stretch of Sligo Mill Road. Here is a van. This is my other van that I just drove and parked over here. It has DOT exempt PR1VA43 for non-commercial use. This is for me to travel and not drive from one place to another. This is the truck that is on Sligo Mill Road, and there are no parking sign, no signs whatsoever on Sligo Mill Road. As you see, we're on Sligo Mill Road in Sheridan. Again, I'm gonna show you this side. Now, mind you, this is what I mean by selective enforcement, retaliation, and harassment by these crooked individuals running Takoma Park, Maryland. As you see the line that has been marked on this truck is still sitting here. Okay? Citations. These look like old tickets that somebody just stuck up on here. And it says pay by 1422, pay by 08-1422, 100 and something. This is all about extortion from taxpayers. This man has parked his vehicle in an area where there's no parking signs, and he is a taxpayer. As you see, these vehicles are parked here, bothering nobody. And I guarantee you, they're gonna come and put tickets on my black van and on my Mazda again. The Mazda has been moved. It was sitting right here. It's July the 17th. So in 72 hours, I have already moved this Mazda and put it behind the van. So let's see what other ticket that they put on these vehicles. I'm telling you, taxpayers, this is all about extortion from the taxpayers. Policing for revenue. This is what this is about. There is no signs whatsoever saying a citizen cannot park on this street. I guess the code enforcement gentleman who doesn't know the law states I haven't registered my vehicles. The law states no citizen has to register his own private property with a government agency. But I guess he thinks because he says this is what you got to do, and he writes these fictitious tickets and puts on citizens' vehicles, that this is the law. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not the law. No citizen has to register any of his private property with the government. If that's the case, when you have children, do you register your children with the government? My bicycle, my skateboard, do I have to register all that with the government? Come on, get real. This is all about intimidation. This is all about trying to scare citizens into doing what you want them to do. The law is very clear. Citizens are secure in their private property, and no government agency can change that. And we're going to find that out tomorrow when I go to trial or go to court, because I'm not going to go before one judge trial. I requested a jury trial, and that's what I'm going to get. As you see, the tires on these cars have been moved. The government or the judicial system of Maryland says, I am not entitled, as you see my van, this is the one that they destroyed, I'm not entitled to a jury trial. Even though my constitutional rights are, which are the supreme law of this country, in all criminal matter, a citizen is entitled to a jury trial governed by his peers. This government and this judicial system of this state says not so. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Because I'm not going before a one-judge panel. Either they're going to dismiss it or we're going to have jobs taken away from them. From the prosecutor to the public defender to the judge, we're going to have their jobs removed from them because they're terrorists to the Constitution and to this country because they are not following what the law is. And judges are supposed to just instruct what the law is. And the law is very clear when it comes to the Constitution. When there's a conflict between the Constitution and these fictitious laws and rules they make up, the Constitution wins out every time. So let's see if that happens tomorrow. If you don't hear from me, it'll be 90 days. But when I get out, I'm going after the judges. I'm going after the prosecutors. I'm going after the public defenders who don't know the law and who allowed this to happen. Give me 90 days of violating my civil and constitutional rights. And that means even when I file my lawsuit, these judges don't follow the law. This is what we got to do now. We have to put them out there and show who the corrupt ones are and press the issue on it. The law is very clear. Who decides what's serious enough for a citizen to stay in the county jail? Who decides that? What is serious enough? 1 minute is serious enough for me. 1 minute should be serious enough for you if you've never been in there. And I've been in there. 1 minute can turn into years if the wrong person come at you and you have to defend yourself. That's serious enough. So these individuals who go home every night, lay up, drink, smoke their little dope, and then come into a courtroom and justify it's not serious enough, who are they to decide what is serious enough for a person going and being locked up in a cage? Being locked up in a cage itself is serious enough for me. But that's what they're saying. The crime, this illegal trespassing, is not serious enough to warrant a jury trial of my peers. But what they don't want you to know is they don't want nobody else to know how this extortion works of making deals outside of the courthouse to cover their ass from lawsuits. And that's what this is about, because there is a lawsuit pending. So why not just give it to a judge who's in cahoots with the prosecutor to find me guilty of something to stop a lawsuit, a very large civil lawsuit against individuals who don't know the law. Again, I've been on the property since 2019. Not once have I received any documentation saying that there's a problem or that they were evicting me off the property. So how can you be trespassed off of something? I've had the keys. I brokered deals. I've let people in to see the building, but these people claim nobody knew I was supposed to be there. How in the world can that be? I put up signs, I cleaned the property, I even paid, and they paid me. So how is that possible? It's possible when you got a dirty judge and a dirty prosecutor. And I'm not saying that that is what it is, but we shall see tomorrow. Because I'm not Bucky. You're not taking my constitutional rights away from me. That's not going to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. It is time we take a stand and say we're not going to go along with this foolishness anymore, and we have to learn what our rights is. So, again, the code enforcement gentleman says my vehicle is not registered because I don't have a Maryland tag on my vehicle. The government says I don't have to register my vehicle. I don't even have to put tags on. I don't even have to put this tag on there. I can ride around with no tag. And there's nothing they can do. This is my property. Again, with the individuals with the tinted windows. As you see, these windows are tinted on this van. It's my property. I have a right to do that. And no government agency can tell me otherwise. It's my property. But they can come in, and as you see, they can damage it at will. Where's somebody saying something about that? Where are they saying something about that? It's called cover up. It's called thinking that they can scare people into doing things and following fictitious laws. So let's watch and see tomorrow. Because tomorrow is court. In the District Court of Silver Spring, courtroom 104, 9 o'clock. Stay tuned.